Well, Bill, most companies, as you probably know, still view lean as a set of tools, and they don't really look at it as a strategy for growth. It's your organization. How do you view lean as part of your culture, and how does it achieve your business objectives?
In our situation, we had a real need to change the culture. Static company, manufacturing for many years, and the typical standard of large lot sizes and dictating product choice at the customer base, and saw deterioration of market share that happened dramatically. A lot of cutbacks in the plant several years back, and retained a fair amount of the strongest workforce that was remaining, and they were in very much need of a lifesaver, let's say, and a rescue. They knew that they had to change their culture, their way of thinking. We started our lean journey a few years back, and the team was ready for it because they needed to change. They knew that they had to do something different than what they did in the past. And with that, we've changed the whole organization and are now growing successfully due to the lean change of culture with that group of individuals.
Bill, attracting and retaining employees is certainly a very important task for a lot of leaders today. How do you create an environment where employees feel engaged and valued and really want to stay?
Yeah. Mark, I think what has changed dramatically in our operation is with the lean transition is that we now have self-directed work teams, and there's value within each of that work group to be a contributor, and we recognize their contributions, we acknowledge their action, and we support their ideas. It's no longer a top-down management style where an employee is being directed to do certain things. They're allowed to use their creative talents to be part of that process and that improvement. When we talk continuous improvements, that's more of an organized fact that we use a Kaizen event. So we have a very organized group of people that we meet more formally with. But you're talking with employees that work with the product every day that get taken off their jobs and become part of a improvement team with management, with engineering, and that whole team effort just builds a great environment for employees, and employees feel empowered when they come to work, and they look forward to come to work because it is exciting and it is different every day.
A lot of people also view lean as purely a cost-cutting methodology. How do you view lean in terms of contributing to revenue growth?
There's actually two measurements that we use that relate to revenue growth. One is our inventory levels and our turns. Extremely important as far as cash flow development, and when we've kind of moved from that environment of big lot sizes, typical manufacturing base, to lean, I'll call it one-piece flow type of concept. Inventory tie-up money was just dropped dramatically. So obviously that creates cash flow. I mean, you're not tying your money up in dead inventory and non-moving inventory. Second thing related to that as well is that we noticed that the quality levels also improve, because even if when you do have a quality issue, you don't have a large amount of inventory that can be affected. So your quality costs in turn follow that, another revenue contributor. But more importantly was to be able to respond to that customer need. We found that we can go to very low inventory levels at finished good point of distribution. And what that allows us to do is it allows us to immediately fill the customer's need, all the way to the point where we actually can customize some of our fishing reels specifically for an angler and a one-piece flow environment for a sale. It's just a tremendous transition from where we were.
On that, similar to that, product innovation, talk about that. I mean, you just mentioned customer-driven, right. Needs, understanding needs, right. and new products, really.
Sure.
Innovating products. Is that something you see as a significant contribution.
Absolutely. Just to allow us to accelerate new product launches, it was the one thing that we did see. Last year alone, unprecedentedly, we launched 3 new major products. It's a lot for our organization. 3 new type of models, along with multiple SKUs. We were never able to achieve that in the past, just because of the time that it would take to develop and all that. But again, we use the team environment to do that. When we're launching new products, we have influence from all the way to the operation itself, whether it be a CNC machine and the operators, through the engineering group, good cross-functional team to develop new products, along with customer interaction, and the product just basically gets developed probably in a third less time than it had in the past.
Performance metrics are very important to organizations,
Sure.
And obviously measuring those performance metrics. Are you able to capture the benefits?
Yeah, our feeling is that you do need a scorecard in anywhere you're going, whether it's life itself, or you kind of need to see where you were and where you're going, and look back to say, hey, I'm doing better or worse than I was before. And we select, normally we select 4 or 5 different major measurement metrics from our, basically, I guess, our operational level, whether the inventory control or quality throughput numbers or inventory turns, safety, and what we call a 6S or 5S audit. We call it 6S with safety included. And we rate that. And within each work center, okay, where we have these self-directed work teams, these 5 measurements carry through in some different way down to their scorecards. So they're either tracking their audits on the floor of housekeeping, or they're tracking how quickly they're finishing their manufacturing orders on time, and their safety records and things like that. And what happens is, basically, you can drive the whole company, orchestrate the whole improvement plan just from metrics, and to watch your tracking and to show how you're doing, whether good or bad. Extremely important.
Well, I really appreciate you spending some time with us and for sharing some of your thoughts and views. We appreciate you being here, but we also appreciate you speaking today at the Leadership Series event, that others can hear your story and benefit from it as well. So,
Okay.
so Bill, thank you
You're very
for
welcome.
joining us.